Joining me today on the sofa, I have Anna Karen. Anna, welcome. Thanks for joining me.
My pleasure, Sam.
Now, we've seen you most recently.
The canny Scott Maxwell soon recognised the potential of a young director by the name of Alfred Hitchcock. He was immediately hired, and The Ring, his first production at Elstree, heralded the launch of a brilliant career. It wasn't long, though, until the studio corridors were quite literally buzzing with the latest technology, sound, and Hitchcock's Blackmail became the first talking picture to be made in Britain. Elstree can also boast the first British film musical and colour motion picture.
An original set of those would cost most probably in around about £2,000.
Oh, gosh, a week's wages. That's fantastic. So Star Trek seems to be big here today. Is it still the bestseller, Star Trek memorabilia?
Star Trek and Star Wars are definitely the two largest markets. I think the appeal to me is definitely going back to my childhood to some extent, without a doubt.
Okay, sure.
I'm now getting all the toys that I couldn't get when I was younger because I couldn't afford them.
Now your mum doesn't say no to you anymore.
Exactly.
Great, Larry, thanks very much
You're more
for
than
talking
welcome.
to me. Thank you.
Okay.
Isn't it annoying when you've planned a quiet night in with a cat, a pizza and the latest Brad Pitt blockbuster, but by the time you get down to the video shop, all the latest releases have already gone? Well, don't resign yourself to an evening of channel hopping and blind date reruns. Why not try some of the not-so-current movies that you might have missed? We've seen you most recently in EastEnders. You're starring as Barbara Windsor's sister, Sal. But you're still really best known as Olive, aren't you, from On the Buses? Does that bother you? Is that a problem?
No, not really, Sam. I mean, what does bother me is at the time I never thought I got anything right. And now I think, well, maybe I did.
Was that fun, those days?
Oh, they were great days. It was smashing.
Since then, Elstree has died and risen like a phoenix on more than one occasion, surviving takeovers by mighty corporations like Warner Brothers and EMI, and witnessing the advent of television, which meant the production of more and more ambitious movies to compete. Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express was the most ambitious so far. It had an all-star international cast and went on to win 6 Oscars. Carol, hi, I've come to you today because you've got a charming fellow sitting next to you. Who's that?
That's a sea devil.
A sea devil?
Sea devil mask. It's not an original, but it's out in an original mould.
I wouldn't want to meet him on a dark night, would you? £120 worth of sea devil.
Yeah.
Charming. What about, I'm a bit surprised here, you've got Radio Times here, and they're all like £5, just old Radio Times. What makes them worth so much money?
Well, most people, things like Radio Times, people would just read them on the week that, you know, was important and then throw them away.
So going back to South Africa, you said you were born over there. I did read once that one of your dream dinner guests would be Nelson Mandela.
Oh, yeah.
What would you talk to him about?
I would really be interested to know how anyone could take that sort of treatment and emerge with so little bitterness. Because I'm very impressed by that. Because I've seen it. I've lived there and I've seen what happens there. And I am just, well, gobsmacked.
Directed by Albert and Alan Hughes, the twin brothers that brought us the acclaimed Menace to Society, Dead Presidents doesn't quite have the same impact, but it's a worthy successor nonetheless, with some slick but graphically violent action sequences and some fine performances by the largely unknown cast. But watch out for an uncredited appearance by Martin Sheen.
There was a new force to be reckoned with when a young Jedi Knight named Luke Skywalker set up camp for the first of 3 Star Wars movies. Despite further setbacks, like when a fire swept through the set of The Shining in 1979, causing over £1 million worth of damage, the Empire soon struck back, and Elstree, like Luke Skywalker, lived to fight another day.
Well, Anna, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks.